Good morning, everybody. It's Matt Hawkins, the lumberjack landlord, here back with Mike Zuber from One Rental at a Time for segment 2. We promise this will be action packed and as fun to watch as my beard. Mike, how's it going, man?
Dude, I tell you, having these conversations with you are my ab workout for the week. It's just a lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm sure someday people will see my abs, but it's a keg right now, so we're not showing that because this is PG at best PG-13. But one of the things I wanted to talk about, because I think that everyone hearing pending market crash, pending housing crash, pending crash, pending crash, pending crash. I think too many people think, it's too late in the cycle if they're even using that word, or it feels like it's too late. One of the things that I think is most important is education always in all ways. Always.
Yeah, I think that's very well said.
Yeah,
I think one of the things, because I think about this a lot, because again, I've been through the last crash, right? So I knew what a top felt like.
Yeah.
And I saw people get crushed. And for the last year or so, I've been battling with morons on YouTube talking about the next housing crash. Even willing to put up $1,000 to $10,000 charity donations for people that, debate me on this. And unfortunately, some of these people have monsters channels and they listen to them. There was no housing crash. Just today, existing home sales came out and they were up 19.1% for the nation. Right.
That sounds like a crash, Mike. I don't know what that's.
Yeah, it's a horrible crash. It only went up 19.1%. I mean, again, think about that. You have a 200K house. It goes up basically 20%. You add 40 grand to your net worth. But don't worry. People were talking about a crash. I mean, it's so horrific. What I got to just tell people to do is do the work, look at your market, and, understand that real estate is a lot more than price. That's what people don't get.
Right.
That's the thing. It's a combination of lots of things: price, interest rate, rent, taxes. I mean, it's a whole combination of things. And even if you buy at a peak, but the interest rate is half what it used to be, and it's fixed 30 years, you're going to be okay.
Absolutely.
So, I hate it when people, I can't imagine how many people saw 40% crash last year and did nothing. And now they're sitting here and prices are up 20%.
Right.
It's just sad.
Yep. Yeah. And that's what I get so concerned about, and why I always tell people, listen, let the numbers be your guide. It's always about the numbers. If you're trying to time the market and you're a newbie, no offense, you don't know anything about timing markets.
Well, here's the deal. You can't time the market.
Right.
I mean, let's just put it. I mean, you can't time the market in stocks. You can't time the market in crypto. And I promise you can't time the market in real estate. There are too many variables.
Agreed.
Too many variables. And you just got to do the work. And based on what you're doing, make a decision. And the thing I want to be clear is the property ladder, getting on the property ladder, even if you're house hacking a fourplex is awesome.
Yes.
Go get that 30-year money and let somebody else pay for all, if not most, your mortgage. Get on the property ladder. If you're a college graduate, a year or so, go house hack. I mean, I think that is going to be a way a lot of college graduates get their first property, is house hacking. And that is perfect. I love what you're doing there. And I'm glad you're adding that to my course, because I have no experience with that. But we just got to help more people get started and stop listening to these, the world's crashing, the world's falling apart.
Sure.
It's going to be the roaring 20s, not the Great Depression, what's coming.
I think that there's always, I think that everyone always accounts for this is what happened in the past. Well, every one of these is unique. And B, this is what's going to happen when they do this. Yes, that's true. But largely what happens is they pivot. Largely what happens is something comes along. Like, I actually was calling for, myself, I was looking at a correction, not a crash, a correction in late 19, because they were going to raise interest rates. They did, and we got that correction. And then guess what they did? They snapped it back. They went back, they took it off and go, whoop, that was too soon.
Yeah.
And what happened? Everything corrected back and we got momentum back. So if you were trying to time the market there, you lost. You lost time, you lost money, you lost something. Because for probably 60 days there, stuff was starting to pop up on the market because people are like, hey, the pricing is good. Like, we'll just get out now. And if you
Mhm.
sold then, imagine what selling at the beginning of 2020 looked like, right? And versus
Well,
selling now.
you missed 25% appreciation. How does that feel?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of money you left on the table. Just saying.
I'm
So
just saying.
yeah, I mean, so Mike, totally with you. I think again, there's, you don't need to time the market. What you always need to be doing is acquiring knowledge, assessing the market, understanding good, better, best, as far as a deal goes, like Mike takes you through in his book. When it
Mhm.
comes to the house hackology thing, I am a leading hackologist in hacking. And what we did was very blueprint, very much what we created, what we're going to be doing for you in your course, that
Mhm.
people need to watch and need to listen to that approach, because it got us in houses and duplexes that we couldn't have otherwise afford. We just couldn't have. And now you have a million more programs to pull from
Yeah.
than I had to pull from now.
Yeah.
The Bank of America 17.5 or cash assistance through HUD. I mean, there's all sorts of these loans out there that you have access to that I didn't have that access to, because a lot of those products didn't exist back then, you know?
Yeah, I think there's a general feeling with this administration, and again, this administration has what, three and a
It,
half years left.
yeah. So it actually
Uh,
has 41 months if you're counting.
41 months if you're counting, at least 41 months if you're counting, because
Yes,
they'll,
sure.
they'll have a chance to get another 48.
Sure. Yep.
But why I brought that up is this administration for 41 more months clearly wants first time buyers.
Yes.
And what does that mean? That means more programs, credits, this, that, the other. So if you're in that group, take advantage. Go
Yeah.
figure them out. Go talk to a mortgage broker. And again, dude, this house hacking thing that you're pioneering, I mean, you're going to create millions, because once you get on the property ladder and you're there for a couple of years, if assuming you don't do stupid things, your future is going to be so much brighter. But if you
Yeah.
never get on it, oh, that's tough.
Yeah. And again, little tease there is I'm calling it the 4-3-2-1, the 4-3-2-1 from the hackologist, because if
I
you can
like
do
that.
that 4-3-2-1, I was covering it with somebody yesterday, so I'm the first one to absolutely tar and feather somebody if they haven't done the work. It's a flaw of mine. Yeah, I get it. Whatever. But I will tar and feather somebody if they haven't done the work and they just start asking me questions, because I've got enough work on my plate. I don't need to do their
Yeah.
work. And so I was working with somebody who's actually my brother-in-law, love the kid to death. And he spent about a couple years with my business. He worked Saturdays. Good for him. He stayed the course. He's now in his mid 20s and we're going to look at his first property next week. And it's going to
That's
be
awesome.
house hacking a multifamily. Like, the kid is setting himself up for, by the time he's in his early 30s, to be a millionaire on paper.
No question. No
Right?
question. And I want
No
people to hear
question.
that. Yes. No
Yeah.
question.
No question. This kid is going to be in his early 30s if he just follows the path. And regardless of what's going on in the market, largely speaking, right? Because people still need a place to live. They still need a place to rent. So
Absolutely.
go into it, eyes wide open, having done your research. And like I said, he's going to be probably in his early 30s and a millionaire on paper. And his job, he has a good job. But I told him, I said, you will put yourself in a position where you'll make more money monthly from not showing up to work than you will actually if you just showed up for work. This will pay you more than that. And that's where you want to get to. And so he's focused, he's in it to win it. There's no doubt in my mind he can be successful doing it. And so props to him for doing the work, because you know what he first did? He got his money right. He got his credit right. He got his debt right. And he got his income right. He took care of the three things that you got to take care of to be able to get on the property ladder. So that also takes time to fix. 3 months, 6 months, 9 months. So if you think you're late now, you're only going to be later. So you need to get on the journey, understand what your budgeting is, what your money is, take Mike's free money course. It's there, it's for you. And if you enact those disciplines, it's just math, guys. It's going to absolutely help get you there and put you in a position where you can really, truly grow this thing and create your own. Even if he just stops, I showed him, I said, you get to property number 4, it's a single family, you're in it for 2 years, sell it. You have a nice big fat nest egg and you go buy something else.
Exactly.
Like
Yeah,
it's there.
yeah, it's awesome.
It's there.
I'm so happy for him.
Yeah, me too. I'm thrilled for him. I'm excited to be on the journey with him and, be shown all the things I've forgotten, so, we're going to,
Yeah.
we're going to go through that together, which I think will be a lot of fun, but hardworking kid. And he's done the work, he's done the math. And I think he's going to be successful. Mike, anything else you want to add to this segment?
No, I will just say that getting on the property ladder is vital. Figure out how you can. House hacking is an option. Come to the hackologist, the lumberjack, and check it out.
We will get it done for you, Mike. I promise that. I said May 31st. It's in your inbox, my man. It's in your inbox already by the 31st. We know that's going to happen. So,
There
Mike, where can everybody find you, my man?
Do me a favor, go to Google and type in one rental at a time. You should see a YouTube book, all that stuff.
Yeah. Watch his channel. Also subscribe. As you guys subscribe, we continue to get more feedback from more people of what they want to see. That's what we spend our time putting together, because this channel is for you. Quite frankly, we could make more money working at McDonald's for those new $14 an hour shifts that they're doing than we do actually doing YouTube stuff, but it's there for you guys. So please feel free, tell us what you want to hear. Make sure that you subscribe, hit that button below if my marketing team decides to put it there. And if not, just hit the subscribe button anyway. So guys, thanks so much, Mike. Thanks so much. We'll see you in segment number 3.
You got it.
Thanks, Mike.
Mm-hmm.